Hi, this is Matt Yetter with Sherlock Home Inspections. Phone number is 971-212-7481. Website address is yourinspectionneeds.com. Today's date is Tuesday, May 25th, 2021. The address we're inspecting today is 3428 Southeast Mary Court, Milwaukee, Oregon, 97222. We are about to perform a video inspection of the property's main sewer line through the front yard exterior cleanout. The equipment being used today is the Rigid Sea Snake. This is one of the best sewer cameras on the market today. Before we begin this video inspection, it has been noted that some sewer pipes made of clay, concrete, cast iron, asbestos, and Orangeburg may be in good working order and may never have had a clogged or sewer backup before. However, due to real estate transactions, attorneys, and lawsuits, Sherlock Home Inspection must recommend the following to meet the current codes. All sewer pipes should be watertight, made of cast iron, ABS 3034 or HDPE pipe with all appropriate fittings and couplers. All sewer pipes should be free from breaks, offsets, separations, tree roots, bellies, and party sewers. Sherlock Home Inspections recommends replacing any sewer pipe that does not meet the specifications. Here we go. So we are in a cast iron pipe, and right off the bat, right from the get-go, we start in a little bit of marginal pitch. You can see that the camera head is submerged through the start of that thing, and then we get to where we really want to be here. So we start with some marginal pitch. Now this is an original cast iron pipe, original to the property, I'm assuming. We would highly recommend having a sewer scope performed every 1 to 2 years, keeping an eye on things. And then you kind of have to almost go into this knowing that at some point this is most likely going to need to be updated into modern plastic piping material. We'll keep our fingers crossed it just keeps on going and going, but again, you're inheriting a 70-year-old sewer pipe here, and so we would highly recommend monitoring and then, of course, going into this knowing that this is going to need updating at some point. Here, where two sections of pipe come together, you can see at the top right-hand side of the screen, you can see some aging and wear. You can see the seal there. So it's definitely showing some aging and wear also. We'll be curious on the pullback for that area where we had a little bit of standing water to look at that again with the water off. If everything drains out of there, then you're feeling better about things. And again, you're seeing some pretty good or pretty heavy deterioration where the two joints of pipe come together. So the 2 points here, top left-hand side of the screen, right there, you can see some pretty good deterioration. The amount of water right here. Look at the amount of water. Flow change. We're seeing a little bit of what looks like a little bit of a flow change, very, very minor. But again, we'd highly recommend having this thing performed, a sewer scope performed every couple of years, keeping an eye on things. And again, we're seeing some pretty heavy deterioration, even kind of divots working through this area. It's kind of created like a canyon in the center of the sewer pipe, so it's definitely showing its aging and wear. And again, it's kind of made cavernous area through here. I would say the sewer pipe does appear to be making its way towards the end. And again, we'll keep our fingers crossed that it just keeps on going and going, but it is moving towards that, it looks like. It does look like at least a little bit of a possible water flow difference, which means we could be potentially losing a little bit along the way. It's hard to say where, if for sure, and indeed we are losing any, but it seems like the flow has changed a little bit. We're going to transition here. So this signifies a few things. This signifies transitioning pipe size. So we're going from 4-inch pipe into a much larger pipe, probably like a 6 to 8-inch pipe. Signifies transition of pipe materials, cast iron into concrete. And then lastly, transition it into the city branch piping. And even though we enter into city branch piping here, technically all of this will be by your owner responsibility throughout the entire length. Entering the city lateral at 70 feet. So this is the end officially of by your owner responsibility, 70 feet away from the house. And we do have some pretty good deterioration here in the concrete pipe. Right kind of at the lateral connection. We're going to turn off the water and the microphone. We're going to drain everything out, and we're going to look at the pipe one more time in reverse. And this was the biggest area of deterioration, I think, that we see. And again, it's right at the lateral. The lateral area out there in the roadway has already been marked. Somebody locating and marking, so it's pretty obvious where the sewer pipe runs and where this area is. It's right at the lateral out there in the middle of the cul-de-sac. Hard to say whether there's like a root has kind of pressed up in this area or just deterioration, but yeah, definitely that would be the biggest area of deterioration, right at the lateral. Wouldn't be a bad idea to pass the report and the video on to the city to deem any necessary repairs in this area, since it's just, again, right at the lateral, or a couple of feet this way, a couple of feet the house's way, or the side of the lateral. But again, if you take a snapshot of the property currently today, it does appear to be in working condition, so it's working right now. The bad news is it needs to be considered deferred cost, and this is definitely something that's coming down the line pretty soon. So we'd recommend monitoring, passing the video and the report onto a drain repair or onto the city Clean Water Services to see what they think about this area of deterioration, and then of course repair or replace as needed.